Hi LinkedIn, it's Mel. I just got another client on Zoom in a minute, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to come on and say hello. Hello, and what are we talking about today? I just thought about talking about some common themes that arrive in my therapy room and how anxiety can have our bodies really busy, not being able to stay still, and the uncertainty that we're experiencing may have us wanting to work really quickly to settle everything down and fix everything. And it can have us trying to take everything that's on the road in front of us, grab it and bring it for us into our lap. And it goes a bit like, I've got to do, I've got to do, I've got to do. And it can take a while to really get out of these habits and patterns. So what we can do is just notice that we're safe. Nothing bad is going to happen to us right now, and that we can take our time. We can take our time to just really settle into and get comfortable with this uncertain feeling. And this takes practice to be able to not have your body dictating everything that you do. It links very much in with perfectionism and shame. So when I needed to send an appointment to somebody, it was like, I've got to send that email and I must send it now, because if they don't get it quickly, they'll moan at me. And then it took a while to realise that was my anxiety. These people probably never even knew whether they got their email until they checked their inbox later on. So that ability to be able to wait, to know that not everything is urgent, not everything is on fire, and to be able to kind of do the very opposite. This is why this stuff is hard. In order to thrive, we have to do the very opposite of what we did to survive. And so to wait, to settle down. And actually, I got really more relaxed with all that kind of stuff. Instead of kind of like, oh, I must get my laptop out and do that right now in case I forget, I could just pop it on a list, and then I can split that list into what's urgent, what can wait till tomorrow, what's much longer term. So the ability to prioritize, the ability to wait, the ability to settle down and know that actually good enough is okay. It's amazing how many people operate from a place of feeling shame and not good enough, and then therefore work really hard to be a perfectionist. Yeah. So actually, this is rooted in our relationship with ourselves. So as we feel, as we can tolerate our imperfections and we can get comfortable with the vulnerability, it really frees us up to not have to work quite so hard on some of this stuff. I hope that's useful. It's really, really common. It's a lot of things that I see in my therapy room. The ability to just breathe out, slow our heart rate down, which actually helps us to flip over our parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous systems are wobbly and calm. It also sends messages back up into our brain to say there's no fire here. Yeah, so learning to calm down is something we think we should just be able to do, but actually you wouldn't expect to just be able to do neuroscience. You'd expect to have some training, and some of us haven't had good enough care to be able to soothe ourselves and be able to calm ourselves down and really stay in our thinking brain. So we end up in our panic brain quite a lot, which are the classic signs of anxiety. And then this can lead on to this overworking, can lead on to us wearing out, and then we can flop into periods of depression and numbing and unable to kind of cope because we're pretty exhausted. So yeah, just a little bit of a video on some of the things that we all struggle with, and it's really, really normal, and it can take some work to work from a calmer place rather than an anxious overworking pattern. I better go now. Got to do a Zoom in a little while, so I'll catch you all again. Bye.